desexualize your brain. Your excessive consumption of porn is rewiring you to constantly think of sex. Now look, it's very healthy for the average male with average testosterone levels to think of sex. Of course it is. But when you indulge, when you feast on all this pornographic content on the internet, you start to occupy your mind with it, even when it's not healthy. When you're trying to study, you're thinking of porn. When you're at the gym, you're thinking of porn. When you're with a girl that is beautiful, you're thinking of porn. That's what's fucked. A lot of guys have sabotaged perfectly good relationships with women because of their excessive consumption of pornography. They're still not satisfied, even though they have a beautiful woman in front of them. It changes the way you look at sex. Instead of looking at it as a romantic bond between two people, you start thinking of it as just an activity for you to release. It becomes very selfish. That's why a lot of guys skip foreplay, which is a very important thing to do. You know, sex for a woman starts outside the bedroom. You don't just walk in the room with her and that's it. Couple of pumps and then you're out. No. It starts with the way you touch her, with the way you look at her. But because of your consumption of porn, you're looking at it as just a physical activity, and you start demanding things that aren't healthy. You got to remember, fellas, what you see in porn is exaggerated. It's over the top. And the issue is it takes you deeper and deeper down this dark road where you start to find regular sex boring, vanilla, and you start looking for more hardcore shit. And then even that doesn't satisfy you. And then you look for more hardcore shit. It's destructive. And you know that it's hurting you. Because a lot of us guys, we crave closeness with a woman. We want to open up and just be emotionally connected with a woman. But it prevents you from doing that. It makes you look at women as just beauty objects. And if a girl is slightly below your typical beauty requirements, she's not good enough for you, even though she may have an incredible personality. But because porn has just rewired you just to focus on looks and flesh and all that stuff, that you start to sabotage perfectly good relationships with women that really like you. And you like their personality as well. You really do. But you're just focused on the physical aspect of things. You just want to get to it. I had a guy comment yesterday saying, Ali, help me. I'm suffering with this. And I replied with a comment saying, what does your daily routine look like? And then he replied saying, it's just all porn. And see, there's your problem right there. You know, when I do my coaching calls, and if you want to book a call, make sure you click on the link down below. I like to ask questions because everyone's situation is different, but there are some common patterns that occur. And when I speak with guys that are just addicted to pornography, I always ask them, what does your daily routine look like? And they proceed to respond with the most uninspiring daily routine, which usually involves waking up really late, staying in bed, scrolling through pornography, going to page 35, 36, 37. They're looking for that scene, that next scene that will satisfy them enough. Their dopamine receptors are fucked. What used to turn them on and get them hard is no longer getting them hard. They're looking for that extreme shit now. That's scary because it may get to a point where you're with a beautiful woman and you can't get it up because it's not extreme enough for you. So they just continue scrolling. After several hours, they bust all over themselves, and then they proceed to begin their day. And usually they begin their day with a lot of shame and guilt, which is never a great way to start your day. Feeling ashamed of your damn self and guilty. I mean, you want to start the day feeling good about yourself. I always say when you feel good, you do good. You absolutely do. When you wake up feeling like you're a pathetic loser, what precedes is not an inspiring day, full of action and meetings. No, it just becomes a day where you talk shit to yourself. Now look, I'm a big fan of being disgusted at yourself. Disgust is a powerful emotion. But as Jim Rohn says, couple your disgust with action. Promise yourself, I cannot continue like this anymore. I truly believe a lot of you guys, you're not fed up with how it's consumed your life. You're just tired of it, but you're not truly done with it. And you're not doing anything in your life to take you away from the porn. Your day isn't full of activities. I've always said this. When you're occupying your day with lots of activities, productive activities such as going to the gym, reading, creating content. I mean, a lot of you guys, you work 9 to 5, and that's great, by the way, because it keeps you out of the house and it gives you something to do. I know a lot of people on here are aspiring entrepreneurs, but even as an entrepreneur, keep your job. It gives you structure. When your business does really well, then you can walk away from the job, but you need a job to give you that structure, because without it, you're all over the place. Believe me, I can speak from experience. I proceeded to leave my jobs too soon when I was 21, 22 to fight for my entrepreneurial dreams. But I didn't take a practical approach, so that messed me up. Keep your job. It gives you that structure. Otherwise, you're going to be waking up at 2 p.m. and you're going to be like, okay, what am I going to do? You won't have much planned, and you'll end up watching loads of porn, and then that, it's not good. So your daily activities are a reflection of why you're still suffering with this. Now, I always say the first step to change is awareness. You must be aware of the fact that you're messing up. If you think you're doing all right, then you're going to continue. So you must tell yourself, this is truly insane, how it's consumed my life. And I always remind myself of the consequences of going down this dark road. Sometimes reminding yourself of the consequences is enough to keep you away. If you're financing a car right now and you missed a payment, let's just say, the finance company is going to be like, hey, if you do not pay within 7 days or whatever it is, we will take the car. Now that's pain right there. Some of us are more motivated by the fear of loss than by the pleasure of gain. So tell yourself, hey, if I keep doing this, I may become, I may get to the position where I'm experiencing erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation. Do I want to do that? Do I want to be in a relationship with a woman and I can't please her? And that's usually a big reason why women divorce men. They're not satisfied. Do you want to be the cause of that? Come on. Look, sexual energy is incredibly powerful, and I've spoken about it countless times on the channel. Harnessing that sexual energy can change your life for the better. And there's nothing wrong with busting nuts. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you couple that with porn and you start self-pleasuring and you can't get a control of yourself, I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. I want you guys to be in beautiful, loving relationships with a woman that you're so attracted to in every way, emotionally, physically, and the sex will bring you both together. But scrolling mindlessly through hours and hours of videos, I mean, it's not real, fellas. You're busting nuts to pixels. It's a pathetic act. Harness that sexual energy. It will change your life. Not it could, it will. If you harness it correctly. I speak about nofap all the time on this channel. I believe in it. Nofap doesn't mean you're not allowed to ejaculate, but stay away from self-pleasure. Keep that power in you. Use that sexual energy to transform your life for the better. So many books talk about it, about the power of retaining. Think and Grow Rich is probably one of the best examples. Napoleon Hill talks about sexual transmutation, harnessing that sexual energy and directing it towards a creative endeavor. And by the way, casual sex is not the remedy, because you can get addicted to that, and that will take you away from your goals. And it's also high risk. I speak about that all the time. You could get the wrong girl pregnant and boom, there you go. Your life trajectory has just taken a massive U-turn. And then it's just an absolute headache from there. And if you're not careful, that could happen to 2 or 3 girls. And your life is over pretty much at that point. Well, not over, but you've put yourself in a very difficult predicament right now. So be responsible. And I don't encourage casual sex. I really don't. Because it's massively distracting. Look, you're not a wild animal in the sense that you have no control over yourself. As human beings, we can make a new decision today that will change the trajectory of our lives. You can discipline yourself sexually. You can. It's not an impossible task. Is it easy? No. Never said it wasn't easy. Never said it was easy, sorry. It's certainly challenging, but it's possible. It's possible. It just becomes a case of, are you willing to discipline yourself in order to live a remarkable life? Because, hey, some of you have the audacity to build large businesses and to travel around the world and retire your parents and buy them their dream homes and all those wonderful things. You want to achieve those things, but you can't get your hands off yourself. You keep touching your damn willy. How the fuck are you expecting to be successful if you keep playing with your willy? That's why a man that's sexually disciplined is a dangerous man. Because something as challenging as remaining sexually disciplined, he's got in check. The urges don't control me. I control the urges. I direct them towards something that I'm building. I'm harnessing that fucking energy and I'm using it to transform my life. I'm not like a wild animal constantly ejaculating all over the place. No. I'm using this powerful source of energy which can create a life. That's how powerful it is. A lot of us forget how powerful our sperm is. It can create a life. So if it can do something as incredible as that, it can help you certainly build a business, go far in your career, if you harness it correctly. So look, it's a process. Desexualizing your brain from all this excessive porn consumption takes a while. As I said, it's not easy, but it's possible. In my opinion, it's the most dangerous drug out of all of them, because it's free and wildly available. But if you make a firm decision that it will not rule your life, it all starts with a decision. And then from there, you have to try your best. Are you going to slip up and make mistakes? You will. Are you going to relapse from time to time? You will. But as long as you're trying, if you're not trying, if you've just given up, if you've adopted the victim mentality, well, then you'll never be free of this damn addiction. You're not a victim of it. You can make a new decision. There's people that have recovered from the most extreme drugs and have made a full recovery and are now sober for 7-8 years. It's possible. Look, a man with a plan is less likely to become a victim and to let his sexual urges control him. If you know what you want to do and you're heading in that direction, then your mind is fixated on that. A lot of you guys, you're obsessively watching porn because you don't know what you want to do with your fucking life. You don't know what you want to do. So you fill that free time with just watching porn videos constantly until you get tired or you fucking fall asleep. You wake up, your dick's still in your hands. You're like, oh shit, you know. Some of you guys, you're fucking busting nuts and you're not even enjoying it. It's a problem, man. But a man with a plan knows where he's going. So if there's one thing I would tell you is get clear on what it is that you want. What do you fucking want from your life? What do you want? Write it down. Don't just say, oh, Ali, I think I want to be rich. Write it down. I'm on a mission. And I won't let my urges get in the way of me achieving my goals. I'm going to harness this energy and I'm going to use it to achieve my dreams and goals. It's possible, fellas. And eventually you'll get into a relationship with a beautiful woman that you're so attracted to and she's attracted to you, and you're going to have a remarkable sex life. You're going to have kids and it's going to be wonderful. That is possible. Believe in a prosperous tomorrow. There is light at the end of the tunnel. But no one's going to drag you out of that tunnel. You must drag yourself out of it. All right, thanks for watching this video, fellas. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, comment, let me know what you think down below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.